Let's get it.
Scotch, bourbon, and rye, yeah, we on that whiskey. Wanna discuss an array of topics, conversation simply. Gonna drop your whiskey bars with the sip hitting fold. Could you pass it? You want more? Another glass, let it flow. Steady pour. Steady pour. Yeah, a steady pour. A steady pour of growing, a steady pour of sharing, a steady pour of knowing. Now pass that Glen Carry. So pull up a chair, grab a glass, and enjoy a melanin-infused perspective with a whiskey twist. Yeah, yeah, a steady pour.
Where we at, fellas? Where we at?
Hey.
Where we at, fellas? Where we at?
We're here. We are here.
Welcome to another episode of a Steady Pour podcast. I'm your pour coach, Drew.
Calvin, Tony, what's up?
Daddius, hello to you people.
Oh man, and welcome. We're excited to get into another episode because we have a special guest, fellas.
Whoa, yes.
I'm excited.
We got a celebrity with us.
I'm excited.
You know what I mean? We got so you might have seen her on the whiskey IG streets as a whiskey enthusiast.
Yes.
Right. You might have seen her at some point as a in the content game, creating a lot of content. Doing reviews of whiskey. Okay. You might have seen her as a brand ambassador. You might have seen her now coming out with being her own blender.
Ooh.
And founder of a new brand.
We leveling up.
Yes.
We leveling up.
We have Wendy Peveich. We have Wendy Peveich of Archer Eland. Welcome to the podcast. How we doing?
Hey.
Wendy, what it do?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Finally, nice to sit down and talk with you guys. I mean, it only took like, 4.5 years?
It was worth the wait. It's worth the wait.
Yes.
I feel like it was at the right time, though, you know.
Right.
The timing is right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there was many moments in your career journey that we wanted to speak with you, and now at this point where you're founder, blender, of, you know what I mean? This is amazing. We're happy to kind of get you on at this time.
Right.
I know, me too. And, I felt so bad over the years that, every time, even when Tony and I would reach out to one another, he would be like, okay, hey, you want to talk? And I'm like, listen, I cannot. I don't have time. And I literally didn't have time.
Yeah.
Even the tents in North Carolina, the Brown podcast, they'd be like, hey, are you? I'm like, hey, I'm in town for like literally 8 hours and I got to go. I don't even have time. So... Like I said, who's counting? 4 years? It's okay.
That's it.
All right. That's baby numbers. We're still Tyler. As long as we're here. Tyler age.
Yeah. I'm just so glad to kind of finally, sit down with you guys and go through Archer Eland, and I'd love to know what you guys think of it.
Absolutely.
We'll just have a great conversation around it. Nothing too, formal.
Right.
We try to keep it as informal as possible.
Why we go crazy with the questions? Prepare thyself. No, you're good.
So just off the rip, just tell us, or tell us and our audience sort of what got you into whiskey to begin with, what led you down this road, because was it always about whiskey when coming out? This is what you always wanted to do?
To be honest with you, I stumbled upon it. It was an accident. My previous life, I'm actually a cardiovascular nurse practitioner, so I specialize in general cardiovascular medicine.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What a transition. What a transition.
Healing the heart to killing it.
Diabolical.
I would say warming it.
I like that better. Yeah, that's good.
You give it a nice little hug, that's all.
Yeah.
Kentucky hug.
She didn't say she was a kidney specialist.
So it's a short-lived chapter, but what's kind of cool about it is even in that world, I'm considered an anomaly because 3.2% of cardiovascular healthcare providers in the United States, and that's you including surgeons, doctors, physician assistants, nurses. They only represent 3.2%, and I was part of that I am part of that 3.2%. And imagine of that, how many are NPs that are, person of color specializing in cardiovascular medicine. There's not many of us.
Wow.
So I still hold my designations. I have a bunch of letters behind my name. But I stumbled upon this randomly. Many years ago, I was gifted a bottle of Blanton's. It was nice. It was cool. And I live in Ohio. And I was like, I want to try Sazerac products because Ohio, everybody raves about them. And so every time I would go to the store, you couldn't get it. And I didn't realize it, that it's allocated, it's special. So I was like, dang it, this is dumb. So, like, you know what? I'm going to look for things. And at the time, I was putting myself through grad school before I became an NP. And I was like, I'm going to try and find a product that is just as good, but that is budget friendly. And so I started taking pictures on Instagram. I tried to be that influencer. God, no, I'm not. But I kept on doing it. And about 2021, I took a leap of faith. A barrel pick was happening in Colorado. And I went there. It was actually with Hood Sommelier. And I was like, hey, I just want to learn. So I took all my little pennies that I had, booked my flight, got my hotel, got my rental car, did not know where I was going, but I knew I wanted to try it. And that was the first time I did a single barrel curation. Wow. And I stumbled upon the fact that I do have a palate, a super palate. And so I started with that. Then I started writing about it, started blogging about it. And I started contributing on podcasts, The Truth is Barrel Proof. I continued to do that. And got through school, then COVID happened. That was hell on earth for some of us. And it just became my creative outlet just because in that world, you got sick and tired of seeing people dying left, right, and center, and you needed a way to disassociate and stuff like that. I mean, I still have PTSD till this day, but, I just needed a creative outlet. And so I found it in that I would be able to disseminate flavor profiles. So that's what I did. Like, man, this is kind of cool. I can continue to do this. And I went on to do a couple, single barrel curations and stuff like that, and started networking just to learn more. Nothing crazy or anything like that. And then obviously I ran into the founder of Penelope Bourbon. We hit it off. And then I became a brand advocate at the time. And I was working my day job. And then like around 5 o'clock to like midnight, I'd have my backpack and I would go downtown to the city, going bar to bar to bar, not knowing what I was doing, fiddling the product. And that's how I opened Penelope Bourbon in Ohio by myself.
Wow.
It was a lot of work because, you work your day job and then you do 5 till 10, 5 to 11, and then you have the 11 to 2 o'clock calls and stuff like that. But I hustled. I put the work in and I did it. And then, I left and here I am. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Did I hear this right? You said single barrel curation? I love the way that you say it. I think from now on,
it's not a pick.
Barrel curation.
Yeah, I'm saying that from now on. Single barrel curation.
That's what you're doing, right? That's
it's
what
true.
you're doing because, and again, I'm going to speak for myself. If I become controversial, I apologize in advance, but I'll just tell you the honest truth of my observations is that not everybody can do a single barrel pick. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. Preach.
Some people that are absolutely brilliant at it. And there are people that will choose things that will make you drink it, and you feel like you just ingested, what was that one stuff back in the day? 151. So, not everybody can do it. And I call it curation because you have to be very cognizant, and a lot of people don't do that, is you have to step outside of your self-awareness because you're not picking that barrel for you. You're picking it for your members, you're picking it for your clients, and things like that. And those are some of the gems I started picking up along the way. And I think it was nice because I'm not in the industry. I just had a fresh pair of eyes and I was able to kind of see certain things. And I was like, oh, it's not a single barrel pick. It's a curation that you're doing.
I love that.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So lovely.
Fellas, yeah.
Off the tongue very nicely.
Where you going?
I'm curating right now.
Barrel curation.
Right.
Yes.
You up in Kentucky curating right now. What y'all
You have people going, yeah, we're going on a barrel pick, and you're like, oh.
Because we're curating.
Love it for you.
First of all, not would he say it like that, obviously.
So
we curating.
So when you say that when you do a single barrel curation, you're curating for those that you are, that are going to taste that barrel. What were you curating Archer Eland for?
I curated Archer Eland for the rye enthusiast.
Okay.
I did not curate this for the bourbon rye drinker, and I'll be honest, I didn't. The reason being is because, throughout my travels, I traveled a lot, the last 4 years. I literally was living on a plane. And I noticed something every time I would go into stores. I'm sure you guys have noticed it when you guys go into your liquor stores. You'll go in, there's an American whiskey genre, there's an Irish whiskey genre, there's a Canadian genre, a bourbon genre, and so on and so on. Have you ever seen a rye whiskey section?
I have. Now. It's rare. It depends on where you go, though.
Total Wine does it.
Total Wine is
rye section. Yeah.
Yeah, there is now, when you go in, you see the rye whiskey section.
Yeah.
Do you see one brand that has at least two products to show as a rye?
Right. It's very rare.
No, usually. No.
Yeah.
See my Sazeracs, they're always there.
Sazerac, right? Yeah.
I got enough of that, but
Rittenhouse.
You see Rittenhouse, Old Overholt. It's an 86 114, right?
Yes.
Those are heritage ones, right? Monongahela region. But truthfully, if we're honest with ourselves, we don't see that. It's usually a one-off offering, and it kind of sucks because if you're a rye enthusiast and you want to go, like, man, that's the only offering that they have for me.
Right.
And so it bothered me a little bit. And I was like, man, this kind of is weird, And as I thought about it more and more, and I was like, this has to change. And there's a disruption that has to happen. But the disruption has to happen not only on the shelf space, it has to happen in the manner in which it's created. And so for me, I was like, you know what? I think I'm onto something here. I wanted to create Archer Eland for the rye enthusiast, and I wanted to create an experience. It's not just about you buying a bottle. It's about you. I'm curating an experience, and you'll see that as you guys go through it. And so it didn't make sense to come up with one product. It makes absolutely no sense, even from a business perspective. When you think of COGS, logistics, and things like that, it didn't make sense to me. And I was like, why not create an experience for the consumer? And so that's when I started saying, okay, can I do 3? Can I do 4? And 4 was actually a happy accident, and I'll kind of explain as we go along. And so in front of you, you have my very first collection of my iterations. One is 104, one is 110, and then the other two, 126 proof. And so when you see that it's on the shelf, you've got shelf domination, you've got experience curation, you've got differentiation, you've got price competitiveness where it does make sense. And the other thing, when I was designing this, I was thinking about the average person. The economy is bad, right now, and not everybody can afford to take $100, go to a liquor store and go, you know what, I'm going to buy this product that I don't know about and take it home and take that risk. That's what you gents and I did. We took that chance, we took that expense, and obviously our poor livers suffered so that we could tell the consumer in honesty with integrity and go, this is worth you spending your $100.
Right.
Everything that you have in front of you, I curated it so that it was affordable. If Joe Schmo had $80, he's guaranteed to have a good time with anything that he's going to buy within my collection. So, yeah.
$80 guaranteed to have a good time. I like those odds. I like those odds.
From rye enthusiast to rye enthusiast, I need more rye. we right here.
Yeah,
we seeing eye to eye right now.
Rye guy.
Bring all the ryes out. But
So-
you mentioned blends though. What led you to gravitate towards ryes?
Have you guys ever had Todd Leopold's 3-chamber rye?
Wait,
Say that one more time.
Never heard those words.
It sounded so good. I was
Together like that.
Barrel pick.
Now you guys.
Yeah, see, we weren't curating. So
We
we
weren't.
No. Right. Now we got to get it.
now
We
we're
gotta
curating.
curate.
Let's step our game
So we
up
need to
for
learn.
sure.
No, so
Sad face.
I used to, so you guys don't judge me, I used to be a little bit of a nerd because I never understood some of these things that people were saying. They'd be like, oh, congeners and coffee stills. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, right.
So anytime I would hear a strange term, I'd go home and I'd research it. And I happened upon YouTube and I watched Todd Leopold. And it was the 3-chamber rye. It's a historic way that rye was made in the United States of America. And you guys know rye is older than bourbon because it started in the 1600s.
Yes.
And so that is the father spirit of the United States of America. Fight me on it.
He said,
And
fight
We
me.
want no beef. No beef.
started watching his videos and his interviews, and he used to, like, in his spare time, look at tax documents and read that, like, with a cocktail. And I became so daggone intrigued, and I was able to actually purchase a bottle. I can't remember where I bought it from, but it was the 2021 Leopold Brothers 3-chamber rye bottled in bond.
Okay.
And when I tasted that thing, I was done. And then I had 291 rye. I was done.
291.
Because
291. All right.
It's such a polarizing flavor profile, and I was intrigued, and I was like,
Let me write this down. Hold on, let me write this down. Hold on, because I have not had the Leopold Brothers. The 291 we've had, but I think it was a bourbon though. So
Yeah,
now,
we never
right?
rye.
Oh, now I gotta find that rye. Right.
No.
No.
And it's hilarious because with the
Michael.
bourbon that we had, Darius said almost the exact same thing. It's a very polarizing profile.
Aspen
Right.
Staves is very significant.
Yes.
You can be on it, and I'll tell you exactly. That's a 291. Michael has a very distinct style in how Michael and Eric, how they distill. They have a distinct style. But when I had that 3-chamber rye, and I found out what it was and how it was made, and I actually went to Colorado and I actually saw the chamber, and I was like, oh my god, I was hooked.
Okay.
I became a rye snob. So that's kind of how it started for me.
Wow.
All right. Well, it's funny because one of our questions was, what made you decide to do all rise? But
And you
you
kinda
pretty much
answered
summed all of that
We're
up.
doing bourbon. What am I going to do to contribute to bourbon? Everybody and them and their cousins and aunties are doing bourbon. There's a lot of bourbon out there.
But
There
not
is.
everybody got a super palate like you. Not
those
everybody
in-
be out here curating.
He said, "Bring it over to the bourbon round."
You know, I don't get me wrong. I just didn't have the desire nor the passion to do bourbon.
Right.
Rye is very difficult to distill, and rye to me is very difficult to blend.
It can be,
You
yeah.
can do a single barrels all day, every day. It's easy, right? And so I took on the challenge to say, you know what? I want to create a line, various expressions that will trick you into thinking that you're drinking bourbon, but you're not. I want you to appreciate what the rye grain can actually extrapolate in flavor, because you have different varietals with different grain structures, with different oil content, with different moisture content, starch and protein. And all those things come together in order for you to create a wonderful, wonderful product. Obviously, in rye, the common thread is that it has to have that presence of ferulic acid that'll help convert it to like that 4-VG, 4-vinyl glycol, which gives it that spice. But can you manipulate those little nuances and understand how does distillation work? Are you doing pot still? Are you doing hybrid? Are you doing column? Are you understanding the different temperature thresholds that are going to give you different congener profiles? And, be able to detect what is a fault and what is not. So all those things come into play, and I really wanted to showcase what rye can do.
That's
nice.
Nice.
That's awesome. I think I'm hearing a little bit of your healthcare background.
I was going to say that
come
they're like
out.
scientists.
I don't know, some of the chemistry going on.
She was dropping the terms and everything. I was like, the cardiovascular coming into play.
Well, should we try something?
Yeah.
What would you recommend starting with?
We're going to start off with solstice. So we're going
Okay.
to start off at 4. So typically I like to not say anything, and I want you guys to kind of go ahead and experience it. And since there's 4 of you, those minis actually double up as a flask. So you can put your favorite pour, your favorite cocktail in there.
I mean, those are pretty nice bottles.
Yeah, right.
Is this what the bottle is actually made from in the stores?
Is that what it's going to look like?
Yeah.
Just
No.
bigger?
So it's completely different. So I did 2
Okay.
designs.
Okay.
I did minis look different, as you can see. I wanted to go for a very minimalistic look, but I also wanted to look. Both of them are very monolithic looking. On the back is actually my handwriting, and I wanted to have that human touch, that human connection. It's very important for me to have that in my brand, just to show the human side of me. Because obviously I didn't come from whiskey heritage, right? So I wanted to have that connection in there. So the handwriting is me. The color was something that was in my head, and I worked with the lab, and it's a color that's synonymous to Archer Eland.
I love it.
I love the color.
I love the color. I
Stands
love
out.
the way it feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the shape of the minis and the bottles and the
It's very,
design.
presentation
Yeah.
is very nice.
And then the monogram in the front, I had to order like these 3D stickers that are for bottles like that, and I
Oh,
did
wow.
it to all 500 with them. So 17-hour days by myself in the distillery and just sticking them.
You are hustling. You
Right.
were not lying. Like you are out.
I'd have had to
I'm not
hire me
afraid to work.
somebody
I
from
won't lie to you.
TaskRabbit or
I'm not
something.
afraid to work.
You said TaskRabbit.
Yeah. Just stick on.
Come help me with these stickers.
I will show you how
No,
it's
see,
done.
she's like,
She
no,
said,
they wouldn't do it right.
Nah,
Look.
I gotta. This is my touch. This is
Right.
my product. I'm
Right.
doing it.
I'm doing it.
I feel you. I got halfway through it.
You
TaskRabbit.
up on the office and you start like sticking away.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out really nice though.
This is
Thank
really
you.
nice. And these are all 100% rye, correct?
100% rye. So the mash bill is 95% rye and then 5% malted rye. I can't tell you what the
Malted rye.
varietal is.
I'm not gonna lie. This does smell like a bourbon.
I was just about to say it actually tastes like bourbon notes on the.
I
Yeah.
haven't even tasted it yet, but
I get some slight rye notes towards the finish.
Yeah.
But to your
Spice.
point, like, you know, the bourbon is
fruity,
very
sugary
prevalent.
kind of notes.
Yeah.
But the rye is there. Like I love like the rye just kind of sneaks up on you. I'm like, yeah, that's what I need.
And I love this particular mash bill because, first of all, I'm very honored to carry it. It's a legendary recipe. But when you have when you malt your grains, you know, you're going to bring those beautiful cocoa, chocolate, coffee notes. It's like if I was exposed to MGP distillate for so many years, and I know it now like the back of my hand. When you taste and smell malted barley, it has this beautiful like green bitter almonds and cocoa and coffee and chicory. It's the same thing with rye. Depending on the variety that you use, you're going to amplify those particular properties of the grain itself in a different type of way. So imagine, you know, trying to curate the different barrels and proof points, because I blend a cask strength and then I whittle it down to the proof that I want it to be. So there's so many things that go into play. So I like that I'm able to kind of manipulate it and kind of bring out those types of flavors.
This is very flavorful.
That's
Your
good?
last little was just
No, I'm enjoying it.
It caught me off
Listen,
guard.
It's
don't
confirmation.
judge.
It's like, I wasn't
That man-
judging.
that man
I felt like I needed to leave the room.
Hey guys, I need a minute. I need a minute, guys.
Interview over. Tone needs to get out of here. Tone's having a moment.
No, that's nice.
Let him be by himself in the dark room.
Do you guys happen to have a water dropper by any chance?
Not a dropper, but we got plenty of water.
I actually
yeah,
have a
like,
dropper in my
all you need
place.
to do, like, is just add like up to 6 drops of water, and then you tilt it your Glencairn at a 45-degree angle and gently marry it, and then go back to that same pour and see what happens when you do that.
Okay.
What happens when you do 7 drops of water?
Right.
Yeah, I just
Trial
felt
and
like,
error.
when I was blending,
Yeah.
I'd always do like 1, 2, and I was like, it's not doing anything. And I do 1, 2, 3. I'm like, maybe. And then when I got to 6, and then, you leave it alone, and then you kind of,
I need
roll it
some more.
around a little bit, and then you take it in, you actually get something completely different.
Guys,
Okay.
we're curating.
We're curating. This is what we're
Guys.
doing. This is how we brought you on.
We're doing it.
I mean, I liked it as is. Are you saying the 6 drops is going to enhance it or just change it to something different?
It's that you notice that the congeners start to open up a little bit more.
Okay.
Those chemical compounds start kind of open up enough so that you get a different flavor nuance with it is what happens. What I ended up doing with Solstice and Aurora is that I actually took, I like taking older statement or older aged barrels and I blend them in. So Solstice and Aurora are actually 4 years old and 7 years old blended together.
Wow.
Older ones help me round out that finish, and then it rounds out the flavor. And that's why when I would add water to it, I would have such a beautiful symphony.
Oh,
with the
Nice.
A beautiful symphony.
I'm a little hesitant to add water to anything under 108. You know what I mean? Well, I'm a little bit of a proof snob here, so it's just
A little
like,
bit.
you know,
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. Pick.
Side eye.
Perfect. Perfect.
No, I will. It definitely changed for me when I added a little bit of water to it. The weird thing that happened for my palate is it started to taste more like a rye for me. Like it was. If someone would have handed it to me and said before the water that this is a rye, 100% rye, I'd be like, You sure it's not like a boo rye or a blend or something
Rye
like
or
that?
high rye.
Right. But afterwards, 100%, 100%. I'd start tasting, and it wasn't like aggressive. Like I taste the roundness that you're talking about, and I tasted the I don't want to say delicate, but like it softened. It rounded out the edges a little bit. But the actual notes I got were more of the spice, more of the rye spices.
Yeah, and Solstice is designed to be an everyday sipper, everyday crusher. It has a citrus-forward type of profile to it as well. When I blend front to back. I'm weird like that, and it takes me forever and a day.
Me too.
I would say like, oh, what do I want to create? Like, what am I trying to say? And then I go from there, and then I work my way back up until I'm able to get the correct blend that I'm looking for.
Right.
And so at 104, again, it's that thing of you're going to get bang for your buck. You don't have to think about it when you see my bottle at 104. You know it's a good one. You can buy it. It's something that you can sip on every single day. It holds up to cocktails. Everyday sip. I can't wait for summertime when we can take lemonade, mix it with Solstice, and make like a slushy with it, and we're done.
That sounds good.
Call it a day.
I love it.
So that's why I
I'm
designed
here
it
for
that
it.
way.
Now, as a whiskey enthusiast, I wonder though, when you're creating this brand in this whiskey, you're saying to yourself that this could potentially be used for cocktails. Like, I feel like I would have like a moment where it's like, I only drink it neat or whatever, that you start to think of it from that perspective first. Were you right there with it when you were creating this brand, that this would also be for cocktails?
I was eating pizza and trying it with the blends to
Oh,
see
wow.
what it would do with food.
Oh,
How
wow.
does it do with food?
This is curated.
Because we're all different. We all experience whiskey different. We all drink it different. Some like it neat, some like it with water, some like it with ice, some like it in a cocktail, and God knows what else. So sometimes I'd eat a pizza to see how does that dictate, and it worked like like a margarita pizza or a white pizza when I was trying it, and sometimes it's like a little bit of the chili kick. I liked it, because Solstice is soft and a little bit of that chili kick. It accentuated it so much more, and it was so enjoyable. So I thought of all those things, like, I'm trying to be completely different as far as, and when I say different, unconventional. What everybody else is thinking, I don't want to do it. I want to do it the opposite way. And so that's how I created it. It doesn't matter what that person is going through or experiencing, they'll still be able to enjoy it.
Cool.
So you're not on the side of like enjoy this in the purest form. You're on the side of like enjoy it how you want to enjoy it.
Enjoy
But
it how
that's
you
with
want
a few more
but
drops.
understand in its purest form, it's stunning either way.
You're not lying.
There it is. I knew it was there.
You gotta do what they doing now. What they doing? Instagram. Clock it.
Oh man.
That was a soundbite
that
right
was a
there.
bar.
That was a soundbite right
Yeah,
there.
that was a bar.
Just know in its purest form,
Right.
it's exceptional.
What,
It is what it is. I mean, I can stand behind it. I stand on it. What is it? 10 toes down?
hey,
10 toes down.
what should we move to next, Wendy?
You're going to move to my problem child next. Her name is Aurora.
Oh, Aurora.
I love that name.
Yeah, how did you name these?
Yeah.
It seems like they almost have like personalities and like
Yeah, we do.
okay.
I believe it. Curating.
Aurora's evil.
Evil.
Someone said, oh my God, what's your favorite one? Like, I don't know why people ask that question. Like, to
You know
say,
why
it's like,
people ask that question.
I don't understand. It's like I love all of them.
They
they
all
came into existence for a reason, and
They're your
just
children.
personal. This first expression, you guys are now seeing me transition from what you knew me before, and you actually see the journey that I take. Solstice happened at a time, when I left quietly. I didn't say shit. No one knew that I was gone for 6 months. And it was a very difficult time because I'm having to like reclaim my identity and all this other stuff. Everything is tied to this place, and it was a difficult one, right? It's like you're grieving. And so Solstice is sun, warmth, hope, but also summer drink, lightness to it, That's the first time I'm taking a step and a leap in faith going, I want to be a blender. So how do I do it? You got to do it. You've got to do the action in order for you to see what the outcome is. I can't just sit back and be afraid and wallow in this grief that I'm in. I have to keep moving forward. So that's the step in faith that I took. So Solstice, you get to see me starting out as a blender officially, and then Aurora, whew, she took me there. You know, she took me there.
you to the beyond.
Definitely smells good.
She took you to the beyond.
Aurora, I tend to blend in colors as well. So Aurora, when I was blending her, I could see like green, purple, and brown. And she had these really cool cocoa, brownie, apple type of flavor notes that she had. And I remember when I was done and I was sitting in the distillery and I was with, my counterparts and they're my friends now. I was like, I just don't know what to name her. And our chief comptroller, Kathy, was like, hey, why don't you just name her Aurora, the Northern Lights, because they tend to have those colors as well. And I was like, perfect. And so we named her that. And then I upped the ante on this one. It's at 110 proof. The one before, you know how you guys, we all go into the store and we see products that are like 80s, 90s proof. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, okay. But I wanted to push the envelope just a little bit and go, I want you to just take it. It's the same thing, right? I was taking a leap of faith. I want the consumer to take a leap of faith and try that. And so by the time when we get to Aurora, I'm battling like inner things, you know? You know how you kind of have that self-talk within yourself? And so at that time, that's what I'm doing. And I'm spending a lot of sleepless nights in this very office. I'd sleep in here, wake up at 2, 3 in the morning, wake up, reblend it, figure it out.
Wow.
And so Aurora is like a fugue. Fugue is very disjointed. It's chaotic, but it's beautiful. If you ever hear it on a piano, it's like one of the most beautiful things you'll ever hear. And so Aurora reminds me of fugue. Tony, your son, will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But when she came about, that's what I was dealing with at the time. It's almost like that crescendo where it's like, man, do or die. You can't back off, but you got to keep going. And that's where you sublimate and you take everything that you're experiencing and you push it forward and you pour it into something. And that's what I did with her. By the time we go to harvest and get ready for commercial production, when we made the calculations, the only output or yield I had on Aurora was 40 cases. And I was like, shit. And Lane and Victor are my amazing blending partners at Middle West, and they're fun to work with. we sat there, all three of us, and we're like, shit, what do we do? So we ended up having to amplify the calculations so we got to a reasonable case yield, right? Because it has to make sense from a business perspective.
Yeah, right.
And so Aurora, she caused us so much hassle because we had to redo her, I think, 4 times. But by the time she came out, I let her rest for about 36 to 72 hours to homogenize, meaning to marinate. And that's how she came out.
A lot of emotion behind this.
Right.
Why feeling?
Why Middle West?
I was gonna ask that too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's very sentimental. I've known Middle West Spirits since 2008.
Wow.
And every time I come home,
2008.
that's where I would stop. It's home, right?
Right.
I'll see my friends. I'm like, hi, I'm home for like 10 hours. See you later. And I lived in Columbus, Ohio, my entire adult life. I love Columbus. I love Ohio. And it made sense. It made a lot of sense to do it that way. And I have a great relationship with the owner, Ryan. He's great. And he's my mentor. So it just worked out perfect. So there's no other place I would want to go to do it. And even when I was going through that, I just couldn't see myself like wanting to work for another brand. There's no way I was going to pour that amount of blood, sweat, and tears again. So it was like, it only made sense to pour that back into myself. So that's what I did.
All right.
What'd you guys think of Aurora?
Oh my God.
It smells similar to the first one, but almost like brighter, like similar notes, but a little bit heightened.
You get more rye on this one.
I was gonna say I'm getting a darker profile.
I get a
on it.
lot more rye on this one. But like some cherry
She's
undertones.
designed to have that purest, quintessential rye vibe.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting. I was like, yeah, the rye is definitely more prevalent on Aurora. So
But it's not like spearminty, piney.
No.
no, none of that.
No.
She's a problem child, but I like her. I can have her. I'll take them all. Hey. Don't tease me with a good time.
But thing about it is, you know how we talked about like when you're in the store, you know how you'll have like your low proof offering for your bourbon, but then you'll also have a cask strength offering. So Aurora's, even though she's at 110 proof, she reminds me of a cask strength type of bourbon, right? That's kind of how she drinks. And this particular one, she's the one I love to put a rock and then pour it over. And as time goes on, Aurora actually turns fruity. She doesn't turn minty, spicy, or anything. She turns fruity.
I can see that. I get some cherry undertones even just now without that.
Coming out a little bit more.
Yeah. Right. So I can definitely see that.
I definitely get a lot more rye on the tasting notes than the nose.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is the rye.
This is. I like this one so far more than. No offense to previous, but
as a bourbon guy, I was like, I like I said, at Solstice, I was getting a lot more the bourbon notes. I could get the rye undertones there. I could see it there, but I was getting more of the bourbon. And then for this one, this was like very enjoyable rye. It was like all the good things I like about rye.
I mean, it's not much bad about it. What are you talking about?
Sometimes
what are you talking about?
She just said,
I'm messing with you.
Like for me, like sometimes it can be too minty, it can be a little too much dill.
I get you. I get you.
Hey, there's so many other ways to enjoy it. There's so many other ways to try it.
This
is the best way I knew how to do it. And, that was the vision I had. And I was like, let's do it. So
we also went up in proof. So there's that.
True.
Make the face. Snob. Proof-snob.
Yeah, look, see? Come on, Drew.
Hey, you know the truth is barrel proof.
The
so.
proof is in the pudding.
I only do 108 proof.
Right. I was saying.
No, he's more like
that's-
115.
That's not what I said. I'm just saying I get a little hesitant to add water at that point. It's already watered.
Yeah, no,
Drew doesn't get out of bed.
Watery.
Yeah, he doesn't get out of bed for under 120.
Why is 108 your minimum preferred proof point when you're enjoying whiskeys?
It's not his minimum. His minimum is really like mid-teens. That's his minimum.
I was being a little.
Now he can enjoy. Really any. But if you tell him what the proof is, he is going to side eye anything below like 115.
Hey, what you talking about?
All right, 150. That's close.
That's what I'm saying.
That's close.
He's not lying.
I give some grace, so that's why I say 108.
I give some grace.
Yeah, so
I give you grace.
I got some grace.
Some grace for you.
But I have been incredibly surprised with a lot of ones that have been just even 90 all the way up to 108. So I don't hold it against it. I do carry this stereotype, if you will, or maybe expectation that
the higher the proof, the more the journey is what you're saying. Typically.
Potential.
Potential.
The higher the proof, the more potential of a greater journey.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Potential
for sure.
of a great journey. My lord. Hey.
It's like
he about to cook you. Go ahead and cook him.
You are a snob.
Go ahead and cook him. Put him in his place.
Accepted at 104, not 110.
He said, "Where's the journey? Where's the journey?"
I have a question. When these barrels that you're using to blend from Middle West, are they barrels that they were using for like special projects, or how did you like go about choosing these specific barrels, like the 7-year barrels and the 4-year barrels? Like, did you know that profile?
For me, I found throughout my journey of tasting ryes, 4 years old, you're not too shabby. 5, you're not too shabby. 6 to 8, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
I always found 7 is the sweet spot when it comes to ryes.
6 to 8 is beautiful.
Yeah.
6 to 8 is beautiful. And then when you get to like 9 to 15, it has to be a very special type.
Yeah.
Anything after 15, I'm like, I don't know. I'm willing to try it. I keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I started with age.
Okay.
Then the other one was finances because barrels are expensive.
Right.
I had to be very cognizant of that, right? It's not like I had a whole bunch of money. I started at age first because I knew where I wanted to be on age.
Mm-hmm.
And coincidentally, the ones that are 7 years old, they just turned 7 on 9/11. So I literally waited till the barrels turn 7 for me to use them. So I started the age statement, then I look at the financial cost of it, and that's when I go to town and I start selecting barrels.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we ready
to start, try the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
So how you do it is do cashmere first.
What's the story behind this one?
You'll see.
Another problem child.
She was my like, wow, you just surprised me. By the time we're starting to do like taste cashmere, now I'm starting to gain my confidence, in what I'm doing. I'm gaining my confidence as a blender, going, oh, okay. So she's pretty cool. She taught me a lot.
And what is the proof on this one? Or are we not supposed to know yet?
Just drink it.
Don't worry about it.
Just shut up and drive.
You sound like
it is
Drew over
written
here.
on the back though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look.
Yeah, it's written on the back.
I'm not looking.
That personal touch, bro. She just spoke to it.
Definitely hitting a lot more rye on the nose.
I'm getting cinnamon over here.
I'm doing like a mintier profile too. Minty.
That's kind of where
cinnamon.
I'm catching those rye notes.
Whoa. What is going on here?
The palate took a turn.
Wait. I think you unlocked some flavors I didn't even know. Wait, hold on a second. Wait, what was it?
I taste a lot of coffee in this.
Coffee.
Espresso.
Right. Like strong coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very coffee-like. Very. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like coffee beans. Like, is it like black coffee or is it like some kind of
like dark roast?
Or like you just took the beans and just started chewing on the beans.
This isn't finished in anything?
No.
Oh my goodness.
And what's funny is, back in the day, Sam Schmelter was a former master blender for MGP, and I sent him as a gift as well. And he even asked me the same question. He goes, "Did you finish this in a secondary cause?" I was like, "No." Everything is, and that's the thing about my brand right now is I'm showing purity. I'm not using a secondary cause, none of that, no staves, nothing. I'm just showing you what the beauty of barrel, time, and grain is doing. That's it. Cashmere was beautiful because that was the very first time when I blended a rye, I was able to catch these custard notes, toasted marshmallow, all these sweet notes started coming through in a manner in which I never thought I'd ever see in a rye. And then you have the coffee coming through, and it's like that undercurrent, almost like that enhancer to those flavor nuances. But you'd never know again that that's a rye. And that's why I love, cashmere is beautiful. And what's crazier is she's 126 proof.
Oh, really? So you say you didn't have a favorite, but the way you're speaking about cashmere, it sounds like you might have a favorite.
And the way you're talking about this sound like you care if they put it in a cocktail. Yeah.
You see a cocktail that exists. So we did at the private family launch, we did a Manhattan with cashmere. Man, it was so strong. And all you had to do, so we had those 9-ounce plastic cups. And people would put it in and then they'll put ice. Man, you only need one, but it was so beautiful. It was really, really good. But cashmere taught me a lot. She actually showed me how far you can go with the rye grain, how far you can go with your distillate to show something completely different. And like I said, you never know that you can actually capture sweet notes, creamy notes in a rye.
This is definitely very unique.
Yeah, this is a journey. This is a journey for sure.
I've never tasted anything like this in my life.
This is. So the one thing that I would disagree with you on is not knowing that this is a rye. Like, it's a rye. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's gonna mistake this for a bourbon. No one's gonna mistake this for anything other than a rye.
Some of the ryes that are mainstream, she is nowhere near them. I remember I was at ACSA judging, And there was this one particular rye I tried, and I was like, "Dear God in heaven!" It made me want to like wake up and like just beat someone because it was like that powerful in your face. But when I again remember, I also put it against other products to see exactly how does it stand out. There's a lot of things that I had to take into consideration. But at 126 proof, she doesn't drink like 126.
No, she doesn't.
I'll give you that. She definitely doesn't.
It's dangerous, and I won't lie to you. Cashmere and suede are my most dangerous of the portfolio because they do not drink their proof. They drink, sorry, Andrew, like 105. That sort of thing.
Drew said, "Get it out of here."
Give him the face. Give him the face. Give him the face.
I mean,
give him the face. We love it.
It still tastes above 110. It might not be 120. It's definitely tastes above 110. It grabs my palate's attention. It does. It says, "Listen up, you about to go on a journey." You know what I mean?
You ain't never been here before.
Buckle up, buddy.
Buckle up.
Yeah, and no, it's not. It's not hot in the high proof side. It's just it does grab your attention, and it takes you on this like I want to say like this wild, like unexpected journey.
Wild west.
Where it feels like I said, it feels like it's like this is like a double oaked rye that was also had some staves in it or something like that.
Yeah,
it is very unique.
Yes. Yeah.
This is gonna be polarizing. This is gonna be one of those you're either gonna love it or you are not.
This is that 291. This is that 291 right here. Like it's you love it or you hate it because it's very different.
It is different.
It's very different.
It's been I'll just remind me, and I'll say it at the very end, and I'll tell you why. But yeah, cashmere is all those things that are luxurious, right? Those beautiful, robust, heavy types of flavor profiles, and that's what she is. And so that's why I said she taught me a lot, because I was like, man, I never knew that you could get so much flavor whenever you blend a rye together. Because when we go into the stores, we're just like, oh, it's a minty,
right,
minty, but she shows you something completely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Cashmere, I see you.
Curating.
And I was like, if you want to, you can actually try suede if you want to.
Let's do it.
I mean, of course we want to.
we're here.
No, we don't want to try that. No.
Is there any left? Let's see.
This is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's enough.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
There's nothing.
Let us know what you think, Drew.
Well, you can tell we enjoyed it.
There's like one sip in here. All right, guys.
What do you think?
I mean,
The pressure.
I honestly didn't think it was that little left.
I thought we had at least enough to disperse amongst four of us.
A little bit.
So did I, but
We did not.
here we go.
It's some heavy bottles.
That was literally one drop. What are the
That's
notes?
literally like,
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, I could see why there was only one drop left. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
what?
There were some chocolate notes on this guy. Yeah.
From what I can remember,
I don't remember anything.
that might be my favorite of them. If not, it's Aurora.
Oh no, Aurora for sure. Me.
Between
Aurora,
I'm all
between Aurora and
I
Suede.
want
I
more
think
Aurora.
suede.
Me and her.
Suede for
just-
me. Yeah.
Me and
suede.
Aurora. We just kicking it right
Yeah,
now.
I'm between Aurora and Suede. Yeah.
Aurora and suede.
Yes.
Calvin, definitely suede.
I don't know. I can't remember Suede.
I don't remember.
But I remember
It's
very
gone.
much enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I can remember
I
Aurora
don't
now.
remember Suede, but I don't remember enjoying it as much as I enjoyed in Aurora. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
still,
yeah.
I'm gonna still stick with Aurora. I need more of her in my life. Need her just kicking it.
The reason why I wanted to say this at the very end is because the reason why I decided to do, essentially for this particular collection, first of all, suede, by the time I'm designing suede, because cashmere and suede was supposed to be one product. But they
Okay.
just didn't work. It just clashed. It was terrible. And so I had to separate it again, and I had to go through holosensory evaluation, reblends, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then they were perfect as they are. The whole reason why I ended up having, because I was only supposed to have 3, but then suede was a happy accident. As you can see, proof of concept is we need more variation in the product of rye because this is beautiful. Oh, I like Aurora. Oh, I like suede. Oh, I like cashmere. our palettes are different, and that's why I designed it the way that I did. I'm going to hit someone at Solstice. I'm going to hit someone at Aurora. I'll get someone at Suede. I'll get someone at Cashmere. Because not one product is going to be the same. People like low proof. Some people like high proof. Some like age statements. Some like don't. But then I also put in my blending finesse and the things that I've been taught into that. Where you see technique. Where you see layer. Where you see complexity. And you get a journey. And the whole purpose behind the brand is you experience. You're not just drinking. You're experiencing it. I want to ensure that you have bang for your buck, and that's why I created it the way that I did. And today I found out that it made the top 10 whiskeys for 2025 for Cask X Whiskey Investment Company.
Okay.
And it's the only 100% rye brand outside of Kentucky that made that list. I went against Baumburgers, the beautiful red label.
Yeah, PFG, yeah.
Is it PFG? State of Kentucky, Wild Turkey Beacon, Kentucky Artisan Distillery. There's another big one. Oh, Jack Daniel 14.
Wow.
Okay.
So-
Talk your talk. Talk your talk. Talk your ish.
That's amazing.
No.
She said she was curating.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked, humbled, and I'm thankful to God, the fact that I made that list, and we're not even out a month. And
Yeah.
I made that list, and Suede, unfortunately, is a one and done. I can never recreate that flavor profile.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
and that's
the only way you can get it is you go online. You can buy it online,
Okay.
or you come to Middle West. We have a Cortland Avenue distillery, so we've got two campuses. The main one is Alum Creek, and then you've got Cortland, which is a smaller one, and that's where you can go to the bottle shop and buy it. But it was a happy accident, something I never thought I could pull off, but I did. And it's me now being very confident in hitting my stride and what I'm doing, my style and my aesthetic and who I am and what my brand is about. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's the story.
You definitely did it.
Wow.
The name of the brand, or Archer Eland, where did that come from?
So Archer Eland is a combination. So Archer is me. My birthday was November 29th, so I'm a Sagittarius.
Me too.
Oh, really happy birthday.
Thank you. You too.
So thank you so much. So as you can see, I like hard things. Don't know why. And it's like the Archer. You set your goal and sights on something, and I always try my best to do it. I also believe that the things that have happened in my life are never on accident. They're a testament to help some other people out there. And Eland is my mother. My mother is Zimbabwean, and so in my mother's language, my mother speaks Shona. When you are addressing my mother by her culture, there's a way that you address her. So I will say it for you. It's Shava Mofu, Shava Mkono, Shava Chiera. And so when you say that, if you translate the totem it's the animal. It's the giant eland. So we have different totem tribes back home. You've got from the elephant, zebra, crocodile, eland, so many of them. But that's my mother's totem. And this was my way of saying thank you for everything that you've done for me. I couldn't accomplish anything without her. So she's still alive, lives back home. But, it was my way of saying thank you.
Nice.
I love that. Yeah,
awesome.
So that's
beautiful.
the name of Archer Eland. That's where it comes from.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. Overall, I designed this for the rye enthusiast. And I can relate to rye grain because rye is misunderstood. Everybody thinks it has to be a certain type of way. In life, we are held to certain expectations and standards, and I'm doing stuff that's completely different. You've never seen an opaque bottle, for whiskey, if you will. There's a few of them that are out there, but not like a dark blue one. So rye is a very tough grain. It can grow under very tough circumstances. And it's completely different and misunderstood because everybody thinks it's just spicy and has one note to it. But as you can see, we all went through a beautiful journey, and that's why I created it that way. It was for my love of the enthusiast. I wanted to create something for them to enjoy because in bourbon, there's so many beautiful iterations, but in rye, I wanted to kind of carve my little niche of, the world and have someone come there and have the same experience that you would have when you're in bourbon. So that's kind of the amalgamation of the story of Archer Eland and myself as the founder and the blender of it.
Yeah, I love it, man. You have 4 very unique expressions.
Yeah.
To your point,
Unique
where you
is the
really just try to look at different people's palates and how they translate into the whiskey. Like it's so just different. Like each one is its own iteration. Like we're curating. So we're curating. We're curating. You curated. You did it. And you definitely accomplished that.
I
for
think
sure.
about things like, I think you guys do a special cool show. I've put a couple slides of it, like you're in a barbershop, right? It's one of those situations, like if you're sitting in a barbershop, you've got those four and you guys are going to be drinking it, you're going to be enjoying it, you're going to share experiences, you're going to share stories, you're going to share memories. That is the whole purpose as to why I created it the way that I did, because you never know who you're going to get, how you're going to hit, but that's going to be your common thread. You'll find a common thread in those relationships and memories through this. This is just not a bottle that, hey, go get it, or some people will take barrels and slap their stuff on it. It's I really wanted to create something that I'm proud of, something that everybody can be happy to have in their home and share with people on special occasions. So that's why I created it the way that I did.
That's awesome. Yeah. So tell everybody, where can they find this? Where can they get this? Where can they go to buy this?
Definitely.
If you want, you can go online. You go to shop.middlewestspirits.com. All 4 iterations are online. All 4. In Ohio, we have 25 stores right now that we just started out with because it's a controlled state. You start out 25 clips. But in Ohio, you can only find 3. Solstice, Aurora, Cashmere. The entire 4 in Ohio, in Columbus, you can find them at the Middle West Distillery on Cortland Avenue. So that's where you'd find them.
I got some Ohio connects. I might have to lean on some of those people, man. I need some Suede in my life.
You better hurry up because I just checked 97 cases of Suede. That's it. I don't have anything else.
Wow. Okay. I got to move quick.
We started out with like almost double, and within 4 weeks, this is what we're left with. Wow.
So.
Is there a limit as to what they could buy? Okay.
No limit.
Okay.
I'm about to sell out of Cashmere and Suede and Aurora. I still have a lot of the Solstice. So
Gotcha.
The 3 are about to sell out. So
I have a question. I don't know if this is going to lead to a long answer, but I'm just curious. What advice would you give to someone who looks like us, who has an idea and is thinking about starting a brand? Because it seems like something you just have an idea and you have some connections and you work with a distillery and you just put it out. And I know it's not that easy. So I just wondered if you can talk about a path towards that. Is it about having an idea that's completely unique that you don't see on the marketplace? Is it about, I don't know. I'm just curious to see what you would say about that.
in general, don't do it. No.
Stop.
It's a lot of work, Jens.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. The hardest part, I'll tell you, for us is investors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The hardest part is investors.
Yeah.
I spent a while, I won't say how long, shopping and door after door getting shut on me, door after door getting shut on me. And I would get as far as giving them the samples and then I'll be ghosted. Or someone doesn't want to take a chance on me. Door after door, door after door. It just got shut on me. I know that there are some instances that you can look into. So obviously, I didn't have the luxury of having friends and family around because I was researching it like, well, how do you start? How do you do?
Mm-hmm.
And, most of us are not going to have friends and family that have funds to that extent, right?
Right.
So for me, I found things like not banks per se, but usually if you go online and what I used to type would be something like whiskey investments, that sort of thing. And then a list would come through and I literally would cold email. Also looking at the Small Business Administration. So like in Ohio, I don't know if you guys have it in your state or wherever. There's a thing called ECDI. It's something that's geared toward small businesses. There are other entities like, I want to say it's Honeypot, Honeyproof or something like that, where they actually are like a venture capitalist firm that are geared toward minority businesses. There's some that are geared toward minority women, that sort of thing. So you look for those types of entities that are geared for marginalized populations in business. And that's how I did it. And I literally would cold call, cold email, time after time, on and on. The other thing is to have a solid business plan. And I have a connect for that. Should you ever know anybody that wants to do this, you have to have a solid business plan. The other thing is, you're right about how unique is your story, because you have to think about it. If you're starting, let's just say, a bourbon company, right? What makes you so special that you want to start a bourbon company? What is your business model? Are you doing one bottle? Are you doing single barrels only? You've got to think about the type of business model that you want. What's going to set you apart when you are in that liquor store? So for me, I knew, right, shelf space domination, price point, product mixing. And I'm the blender, and I know exactly what I'm going for with that. So being very crystal clear, what is your product designed to do? Number one. Number two, if it's designed to be that way, who else in that genre is doing that? And that's what I used to do in my former life, because a lot of people think that as a brand ambassador, you're just going to a show, you show up and then you smile and do what you think and you gotta go. Mine was different. I was part of a startup. So I had to learn how to do sales. So when I would land in a city and I go into a store, I'm looking at my competitors. Who's my competitor? Who's sitting next to me? What's their price point? What's so different about them? Because once you get that clarity, then you know what type of a business that you want to do. The other thing is, are you wanting to blend? Are you wanting to distill? Where is your position? What are you trying to do? Because I noticed that a lot of people think that it's a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's not. This is a marathon. Most people don't break even until year 3, year 4. You don't become profitable up until then, and it takes a lot of money. So I remember, and I'll share it with you, when I started, I had my business plan. I had to have a financial model. When you make your financial model, you want to ensure that you're going to show the bank or investors or entities your performance over 3 to 4 years. So you have to do 4 years. The reason why I say 4 years is because by the time you hit year 4, you're going to show break even. And if you show 5, it's even better, because then you show what margin of profitability and what is your EBITDA going to look like, right? So you want to make sure that you have that there. You want to look at barrel models. Are you sourcing, or are you sourcing and laying up new make? Because that's a different business model.
Yeah.
Because pricing is going to be completely different. So you have to think about that. A solid business plan, a solid financial plan to show how are you going to run that business is going to be very pivotal when you're starting out. And the last thing is, this is not for the faint of heart. You really have to stick with it. You have to be freaking delusional. And I was delusional when I did it. There are days I was like, what the hell am I doing? I can just go back and make 6 figures. But I knew I owed it to myself, because life is so short. I don't want to be in a situation at my deathbed going shoulda, woulda, coulda. So, it was one of those things where I had to have a come to Jesus conversation, in my faith, and go, what are my steps? This is what I want to do. How do I go? And trust me, it's funny, whenever you pray for something, it's never going to be the way that you want it to come. It'll come in a manner in which it's going to teach you how to get to that point.
Right.
And so that was something else that helped me. And also, for me, I've learned how to keep my access to me very limited. And what I mean by that, my circle is very small. You have to be very careful of the people that you associate yourself with, because people can speak life into you or they can speak death into you. So you have to be very careful about that. And when I was building, I was like, that my circle to this day is that small. And I know it sounds very trivial, but it's a very important thing, because you have to maintain your mental fortitude.
Yes.
As you go through this journey. It's very difficult. It's very hard. People will laugh at you, because I was so scared. I'm putting myself out there, saying, hey, I'm a brand owner. You don't know how it's going to be taken. And I remember when we were in Texas at ADI, the gentleman that created Smooth Ambler, oh man, they did such a great presentation. And they said, you have to be comfortable knowing people are not going to like you. You're going to be criticized.
That's definitely the hardest part.
It's the hardest part. But you know what? The comfort, the repose isn't that. And I'm not trying to sound supercilious when I say this. If you're going to criticize me, you better have started your own brand. You better be at the level that I'm at in order for you to criticize me. Because if you've not done that, then you don't know what you're talking about.
You're doing it.
Talking hogwash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I would definitely say that, and if you're truly serious about it, it's one of those situations where you need that community where someone can just say how I'm saying it, because I never want someone to go through what I went through. I'll tell you exactly what I did and how I did it. But those are some of the things to take into consideration.
That's great.
Oh man, that was a masterclass.
Amazing.
That was gems after gems. Our podcast over.
That's a drop mic moment right there. Just drop the mic, cut your feed,
start my brand.
I'm out of here.
and
you should never stop learning. Like, and for me, when I was learning to blend, like I told you, I would take a little comment, like a comment or term here and there, and I invested in myself and I took the leap of faith. I mean, I went and I met with Nancy Fraley, Angela De Rozio, who they both made one of the most beautiful whiskeys I've ever had in my life, Tanninger, and when it comes to like bourbon, and then Gronte. I'm hoping, Angela, I'm saying it right. She made a whiskey inspired by green tea from Japan from scratch. And she is now the creative director of Compass Box.
Wow.
Okay. And so things like that inspire me, but never stop learning, never stop being delusional. I did everything that I could to get to where I was, and I continued to put in the work. I did. I still read distilling manuals till this day. I watch videos. I sit with my, at Middle West, I go, some days I'll go into the distillery. I'll work with the distillers. I'll learn, new cuts, profiles. How do you cut? Because I'm a visual person. I'll go to the bottling team. I'll go to the barreling team. I'll go to production. I've done the work. I'm still putting in the work. My head is down and I'm still grinding, but that's what I can tell people that are aspiring to do it. There are other organizations out there like the Step Up internship. There's ACSA. There's Women of the Vine organizations. Those types of American Distilling Institute, all those organizations are so pivotal because they give you the resources and the people that you need to find and the people that you need to be connected with to figure out where do you want to go and what do you want to do.
Wow.
Yep.
So, what was your least favorite, process? Like, what was your least favorite part in the process, and how did your delusion, or should I say passion, carry you through that?
Oh, I hated doing the business side. Business side sucks. So I love that question because I thank God. My cousin is a consultant. He's a specialist in writing business plans. So it was something I didn't have to worry about. The only thing I had to worry about was, oh my God, I've never written a financial plan for whiskey before. It's in accounting and it's a little bit different. So you have to understand the different nuances. And I remember working with my director of partnerships, Amy, and she's like, okay, let's start. Let's do barrels. How many do you want? I was like, oh, I need 82. And she goes, honey, you don't need 82. You need to start with 6. Now, Archer Eland started with a total across 4 SKUs, 20 barrels.
Wow.
So you have to understand the math of each barrel. You have to understand what cogs are. So like the bottle, you have the bottle, you have the design, you have the label, you have the cork, you have shrink, production time, bottling, barreling. So when you start to understand those things, there's actually a book. I'll take a picture and I'll text it to you, Tony. It's called a Distillery Accounting Bible. Perfect thing if you guys ever want to start a business. It actually gives you the basics as to what you need to look for. How do you calculate cogs? And I'll tell you the truth, like my cogs, you have to be very careful. You don't want to have which is cost of goods, right? The things that make the bottle come together. You don't want to have a daggum $50 bottle before you go out to the market. That doesn't make a lick of sense.
Right.
Then you also have to understand distribution. 3-tier. There's different percentages, right? So from the time you make your cogs, how much are you charging the distributor? Because if you're coming with an end price, you have to make sure you're making a profit. You have to understand your margins. You have to be at a certain amount of margins, 20%, whatever the case may be. So you have to understand distribution, and you have to put that into your financial plan. So that was very difficult for me to understand, and I still learn from it today. I have an amazing project manager, Melanie, so she handles my stuff of timelines. What am I creating? Inventory projections. She forecasts for me, but I sit with her and I ask her all the questions like I'm a dumb person and go, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? But I will tell you, I had to change my mindset going. In the beginning, I hated it, but I had to turn it around and go, how can I get better and how can I learn? Because I need to learn how to articulate this in the event, God willing, that I have to go get an investor to get more money to grow Archer. I need to learn how to talk about it. So it was also a matter of changing my mindset. Because as humans, we get very comfortable in the way that we think. But I had to be delusional and go, take it as a lesson. Don't take it as a failure. I'm type A OCD, and I beat myself hard all the time. But I had to look at it like, you're learning a lesson. It's a nugget that can never be taken away from you. It's a nugget that can be a testimony. It's a nugget that I can potentially give to someone who's truly, genuinely worthy of it. Because we all know there's so many pretentious people out there that may want to take you for everything. You know, so I had to learn that. And discernment was the other one. Because everybody and their mother's going to come at you and go, Andrew, Calvin, Darius, Tony, I need to have a call with you and pick your brain.
Yeah.
You have to have discernment in that because you have to limit access to you. It's not that you're being a mean human being.
Yeah.
That's something also that I had to learn, that mindset thing, that not everybody deserves to have access to me.
For sure.
I love that.
So those are certain things I just learned so far.
Cal, are we recording? We didn't mean to make sure that we
better be recording.
Okay,
That was, what?
When's the final exam? I felt like, man, there was so much.
we ready. We ready. Let's do it.
All right, break.
But those are some of the things that I've learned, man, gents. It's not been an easy road. It hasn't.
sure,
And I'm
definitely.
just being honest and transparent with you all. Like, you know, it's a humbling experience. You go from being over here, you make a decision, and you're like, oh my God, how is the world going to take me? But you do it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and I thank the Lord that it's working. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
It's doing well. But there'll always be lessons. It's never a failure. It's always, what are we learning out of it? What are we getting?
Definitely.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it now. And, you know, like I said, the biggest thing, I hate it, is the business side of it. But mindset, business, they're lessons. And discernment is the biggest one. I can never stress enough how it's very draining when you try to be a giving person and things like that, especially in our community. You know how the crab thing, the crab theory.
Crab in a barrel.
Bucket.
Yeah.
Crabs in a bucket. You know, I had to fight very difficult and very hard with that, to say it's not so much that I'm thinking like I'm bigger than myself or anything like that. I want to get better. I want to do well.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will take it in a negative way. Oh, you changed. You're not the same. But you have to learn the mindset. You have to learn the discernment. And that's where, you know, it's one of those things where you have to keep your circle small, keep your energy, keep your boundary, protect your peace at all costs. Because it's going to take you out the more you're in this game. The bigger you become, the lonelier it becomes, the harder it becomes. So those are some of the hard lessons that I loathe, but I have to learn them. I have to deal with it. So
I found the secret in that, the crab in the bucket analogy, is when you realize there is no bucket. And that changes your entire perspective of how you look at that.
you love that.
There is no bucket.
Yes, because the bucket is just kind of what is made up, is the things that we think confine us and define us. And then once you realize that
But
there
it's
is
also the environment, though.
Yeah, but a lot of
And the
that,
environment, though.
your environment kind of contributes to how you think of yourself. But when you realize even in that environment that there really is no bucket, you can legitimately do whatever it is that you want to do if you truly want to do it. It's very free.
The bucket, you're right. It could be like the bucket not being there, but then also metaphorically speaking, it could be the bucket of being like, and what I mean by that is this. We're the bucket, let's just say. Like,
Okay.
you decide, Calvin, that you're gonna take off and do amazing things and things like that. It's the people that possibly may be closest to you or around you that may feel like, oh my gosh, this person is, due to our own insecurities and whatever the case may be, wanting to be that effective, wanting to pull you back. And I think the gift, or for the lack of a better word, discernment, that's where it comes in to say who's for me, who's not with me.
Yep.
And because as humans, it hurts, these are my people, this is where we were, blah, blah, blah. But having that mindset to know the higher we climb, the harder it gets, the lonelier it becomes, that you have to have that small circle that's going to keep you going to get you there. And it's a lesson in itself. And it's a daily practice, like, how you have to practice your faith, muscle, gym, the same thing. Same thing is how I look at it.
Yeah.
That's crazy how it cannot, it can also be that there's no bucket there.
Oh man, it felt like this was like a TEDx
Man,
seminar. Like
the jewels that have been
Talk.
dropped in this interview.
yes, taking notes.
This is great.
Ready to conquer life.
Wendy,
man.
thank you so much for coming on the podcast
thank you.
and sharing your wonderful project of Archer Eland and experiencing the rye enthusiast journey that you put us on.
Yes.
And definitely for everybody listening, if you want to try and get your hands on Archer Eland, make sure you go online and
Midwest.
Definitely get you. Try all 4 expressions.
Try
if
all
you
4
can.
of them. They all very
because
different,
they're-
very unique.
Oh man,
Very different.
yes. Find
Yeah,
where
follow us
you like.
at Archer Eland Whiskey on Instagram is where we are, on Facebook
Nice.
as well.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you follow Archer Eland Whiskey, I left a link in the bio, so you can actually go on there and then you can you purchase your bottles as well there too.
Oh, very,
Nice.
very nice. Very
Yes.
easy way to get it. Appreciate that.
And there's
Thank
only
you for having me. My heart is full. I've been feeling guilty for so many years. I
No
cannot
more
do it. No, I
guilt.
cannot do it.
No
But
more guilt.
It happened
thank
when it
you
was
for
supposed to happen.
understanding and just being there, supporting me. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Nah, you was in the lab curating.
Right. Shooting in the gym.
Right. We want to help you realize that there's no bucket.
Real fix.
All right.
appreciate you.
Well, there you have it. Definitely let us know in the comments what did you guys, if you guys experience Archer Eland, let us know what you
Yes.
think
Yes.
and what your favorite expression is, and we'll see you on the IG streets.
Peace.
Till next time, deuces.
Peace.
Peace, peace, peace.
Well, that concludes this episode of a Steady Pour podcast. Make sure you follow on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Yeah.